sooner than I thought. One dog is sorted. The other dog is on the deck, and I don't think she's coming out anytime soon because she's sunbathing. Got myself a drink. Sorted out my son's dinner. He's coming home from track practice soon. But in the meantime, I'm on row 22, which is again, chain 2, decrease, double crochet across, decrease. Okay, chain 2, decrease, and double crochet across. Okay. So one concern I have about this is that I'm almost certain I've used a thicker yarn for the gray than I have for this tan, because I'm pretty sure the gray is a 5 weight, and I know Red Heart Super Saver is a 4 weight. So we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, I use that. I usually don't use 5 weight. I either use pretty much Red Heart Super Saver all the time. Let's be real. I'm on a teacher salary. Or I've just started my first hand knitting project. I got one of those like peg looms. So I bought that. I got a Michael's gift card for my birthday. So I bought 5 skeins of that giant yarn, and I've got I need to get like 2 more to finish the little throw blanket I'm working on. Where was it? What was it? What was I talking about? Yes. Oh, fat yarn. This 5 weight yarn is left over from the first crochet club session I did, because I bought 5 weight yarn for the kids because it's easier to teach with heavier weight yarn. And it was cheap. It was like $3 a skein from Yarnspirations. Right, that's my decrease tab. And when you're buying 14, 15 skeins of yarn at once and you're a public school, you gotta be cheap. Row 23, chain 2, decrease, double crochet, decrease, boom. No, row 23. We're on row 23. Okay. So we'll see how this comes out. I do like that 5 weight yarn from Yarnspirations though. It feels nice. The one thing I hate about Red Heart yarn is it's got that like squidgy feeling sometimes. I don't know how to describe it. Squidgy. Like it makes a sound when you're pulling it out from a really tight skein, and it just feels weird at first. Once you got, a decent amount out of that skein, it gets less squidgy. Does that make sense? Squidgy. Anyway. So we're working on the body of this halibut. I'm getting close to the point where I'm going to have to start increasing again for the tail and the back. I've got 5 rows of this decrease, double crochet decrease before I get to that section of the tail where it's going to kind of like extend out for a little bit and then start increasing. I don't know if I'll get to it today. It would be nice if I could get all the way through to, what did I just do there? That definitely wasn't a double crochet. It would be nice if I could get to row 28, because that's where it stops decreasing and starts increasing. But we'll see. I've got a little bit of time till my son comes home, and I gotta take care of him. He's 15. He's a freshman in high school. So it's a matter of making him dinner, which I've already done. I just need to heat up. looking at the homework situation, and making sure he's good to go. I don't teach in the district that he goes to school. I used to teach in my hometown district while he was in middle school going to our hometown. Oh, forgot the decrease again. But I've moved on to a district that's not my hometown, and he is doing a career and tech program at a different high school that's further away. So we started off working in the same school. I was actually in his class servicing students when he was in 7th grade, which was kind of weird. Him calling me Mrs. So-and-so. And it'd be funny because my students were like, well, why don't you just call her mom? And he wasn't into that. I don't think I'd be weird. But anyway. So now I work in a Massachusetts public school. I teach students with mild to moderate disabilities in 3rd and 4th grade. But I try to get to know the special education students in different grades because eventually they will be mine. So if a 2nd grader knows who I am, it's going to be easier for him to transition to me next year when he's in 3rd grade. I do have a lot of special ed kids in my after school programs because the parents know I am a special education teacher and I'm going to have that kind of level of understanding and patience that sometimes regular education teachers don't have. The teachers where I work are amazing. They're great. And I'm so glad I've kind of fallen into where I work. But yeah. We are coming up towards the end of the school year, though. I think we because of the big blizzard we had, we ended up with like 6 or 7 snow days altogether. Oh, did I do it again? I did it again. Missed the decrease. Oh. I wonder what they see. I don't know if you can hear them, but my dogs just started barking. And they ran towards the side, so I'm thinking either squirrel or somebody in my neighbor's yard. Is that right? That looks like I missed a step. I think that's right. Okay. 23 is done. 24. Oh. That could be a cyclist, too. I don't know. Quite fresh. Okay. So yeah, our school year is going pretty much straight to the end of June. And then literally the next day, so I finish on the 24th, I think, of June. The next day, I start teaching summer school. Now, I do teach summer school in my hometown district, and I teach it to high school students who are moderate to severe, who are in the transition program. So we do a lot of field trips, like we go to the grocery store, we go to laundromats, a lot of life skills stuff, which is very different than what I do during the regular school year. A lot of what I do right now is teaching kids how to read. Whereas the high school kids, it's teaching them how to live, which is cool. I used to teach middle school life skills, where that all kind of starts. Then I got pink slipped because, school districts and money and that kind of stuff, and I've landed where I am now. All right, 24 is done. 25. Maybe I will get to 28. Maybe. All right, 25. We're still doing the decrease, double crochet, decrease. Decrease. Double crochet. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely tell this is getting more and more narrow. What I'm hoping is it is the same width as the gray one. And I think I might pause before I start on row 26 to check that. Because if it's not, I might need to take some liberties. All right, decrease. No, I'm not gonna stitch. Decrease. Do. Okay, 25 is done. Let me cross that off my little list. Let's see if it's matching up with the gray one. It does look a bit weird. I definitely missed a stitch there. That's too much. I need to compensate for that when I stitch around the edges. Oops. Okay, let's put one on top of the other and see where we're at. Girls, you are too noisy. I have no idea what they're barking at. Girls, come on. Oh, they're going to the front. Maybe my family is coming. All right, I think we're doing okay. I think we're lining up okay. Yeah. This worries me. See how I've lost that right there? I definitely missed quite a few stitches there. I'm gonna have to make that work. Okay. I think I am gonna pause here at 26 because those guys are barking. I need to figure out what they're barking at and see if there's anything done. So I'm gonna pause at 26. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I had a good chat. It was nice talking about work and my kiddos and stuff like that. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time.